Lovely Weekly, and today we are going to be doing a video, a vlog on basic home health checks. So checking the health of your guinea pig and what you should be looking out for. So to start with, they should have guinea pigs should have regular 3 monthly checks at a vet or rodentologist, just to check their general health. That's really important because different things can be picked up by the vet or rodentologist. And there are some daily checks that you should do. For example, daily you need to be making sure that your guinea pig is eating and drinking as normal, that they're breathing normally, and that they're moving around and behaving as they normally would. Because if you get to know your guinea pig really well, you will soon know what is right behaviour, what is normal behaviour, and what is abnormal for them. So it's really important that you get to know your guinea pig from the first instance. Spend lots of time with them. She's chattering away, aren't you, Nutmeg? And also another important thing, very important, probably the most important, is that they're peeing and pooping normally. Because obviously if this isn't happening, this could have serious consequences, and can be fatal if they're not peeing or pooing properly. So if you're noticing that, you need to get them to a vet or rodentologist as soon as possible. So for the first start of the weekly checks, I think it's always a good thing to weigh your guinea pig weekly, because the first sign of illness in a guinea pig is often that they lose weight. The first sign that is known, that owners see, is weight loss, because guinea pigs are prey animals and they hide illness very well. So the first thing you will often see. So if say you're weighing the weekly, you are able to then keep a check. So if they do lose a bit of weight one week, you can weigh them again the next week and see if they still continue to lose weight. And if they do, that you need to take them to the vet. So the first thing on the weekly check over is worth doing is looking at the ears. So you're looking and feeling the ears to make sure they feel normal, make sure there's no scratches, no scabs, to make sure the skin's not dry. And you're also checking to make sure there's nothing in the ears. For example, you know, mites or lice or, you know, just general debris. They should, the ear flaps should be healthy and clean, so there shouldn't be any discharge. Yeah, so they should be healthy and clean and dry, and there shouldn't, as I say, be any discharge. So you're looking with the eyes. You're looking at you're obviously looking at the eye to make sure that it looks healthy, to make sure there's no discharge, and the hair around the eyes you're looking to see to make sure it's not falling out, or you're looking to see that there's nothing in the eye, there's no heavy crusting, etc. And the eyes should be bright, they shouldn't be dull. If the eyes are quite dull, then it suggests that your guinea pig might not be feeling their normal healthy self. So that needs to be checked over by a vet or rodentologist. So when you look at the nose, moving on to the nose next, the nose should be completely clean and dry. There should be no crusting, no discharge. Obviously check for wounds, things like that. And that it should be clean. There should be nothing, you know, nothing different about it, only clean. The lips, so you look at the feel of the skin and the hair around the lips, obviously making sure again that there is no baldness or no hair loss around there, and there definitely shouldn't be any scabbing around the lips. Oh, you're getting tired. Nutmeg's getting tired, bless her. It's the end of the day. I'm sorry. Hey, nearly done. So next thing you should be checking on a regular basis, definitely on a weekly basis, is the teeth. Make sure that you haven't noticed anything like drooling. Drooling can be a sign of teeth problems, so you should always get that checked out straight away. The incisors should be healthy and white looking. There should be no debris in the mouth. They should be strong and evenly worn. There should be no differences in the evenness of them. And like I say, it's very important. Guinea pigs are susceptible to teeth problems, but so long as you have them on an 80% hay diet, along with plenty to chew, so plenty of hard things to chew, then they should be able to wear down their teeth properly themselves. But it's always worth keeping a check on their teeth at least weekly, because you know things can happen. They can get deficiencies, etc. But like I said, that shouldn't happen if they're on the correct diet. So anything to do with the teeth needs to be sorted out ASAP, and that should be kept a regular check on. Hair and skin, so the hair should look and feel clean and bright. It should be shiny and free from any visible parasites, and the skin should be not dry. It should be a good. It should feel healthy looking at it. It shouldn't feel dry or flaky. It should just feel clean, and making sure that there are no lumps found on the skin as well. So the grease gland and genitals, you should be looking to see around their genital area. This is an area that frequently gets dirty and gunky, and I suggest that if you do have guinea pigs that do have not very good hygiene in that area, coconut oil has been proven to be quite helpful because it's natural. Using coconut oil on their private parts and then giving them a shampoo afterwards. As you see, I've done a bath video, so you can have a look at that if you want to see how to bath your guinea pig, and keeping that area clean, because that is an area that does need a lot of attention in guinea pigs. But never ever, with the private parts of the guinea pig, never ever put anything inside your guinea pig. I see on a lot of videos that people use things like Q-tips and things like that. That's dangerous. Really, we shouldn't be doing it. You should only ever clean what you can see, and anything else, if you are concerned about anything else, you should be visiting your vet or rodentologist. So moving on, we should, with guinea pigs, just checking to make sure with the boars that their penis and anal sac are clean, and in females we're checking the vaginal opening, so you're lifting and supporting their feet as well, but you're also lifting and looking at their underneath, and checking to make sure that there's no discharge of any sort, and just checking that everything looks clean and healthy. Obviously there's no debris in there. They can get hay in there, they can get grass in there as well, and you know, it's just not very nice for them, it's not very pleasant, so we do need to keep a check on it. So on the underside of a guinea pig, so you're looking at the jaw to the obviously the genitals. You're checking the entire underside to make sure that, and gently stroking the guinea pig in short strokes from the jaw down to the chest of the genitals. Gently press on alternate sides of the abdomen, and look at the breathing movements and listening, just pressing to make sure that there's nothing there that's sensitive to them. If they are sensitive at all, guinea pigs don't like having their undersides touched, but they will let out a squeal if they're in pain, or if there is something there that is wrong. But generally, most guinea pigs, not all guinea pigs, they don't like having their underside touched. So don't be concerned if your guinea pig suddenly starts, wanting to get off, or there's nothing necessarily wrong. It's just that that's just a no-go area really for guinea pigs. So So we're just checking for any lumps or bumps. Just be aware and note that both males and females have two nipples on the lower abdomen, so don't be concerned if you do see two tiny little nipple sized lumps, because they are nipples and they are obviously supposed to be there. And the abdomen should feel soft and palpable, so it shouldn't feel hard. So when you touch it, it should feel nice and squidgy, and it shouldn't feel hard or like they have you know, any kind of, you know, lumps or bigger cysts there. Um, and there should be no tightness or pain. Like I said, you might get a bit of a kick if you start, but that's not necessarily them in pain, that's just because they're not liking what you're doing. Breathing should be steady and even, and it shouldn't be over exaggerated, so they shouldn't be panting, if you like, that it should be steady and even. Just be aware though that guinea pigs do have a high pulse rate anyway, higher than you or I, so don't be too concerned, but the breathing should be a normal steady pace, it shouldn't be exaggerated in any way. So we're looking at the feet and the nails last, sorry, and you're looking at the feel of the nails and the pads of the 4 feet. So they should be a reasonable length. If they're not, you can take them to your local rodontologist or vet to have them trimmed by them. And the pads should feel nice and soft. Guinea pigs, because obviously they do spend a lot of their time walking around in their own wee or poo, they can be quite susceptible to things on their feet, particularly if they're on shavings, I find, because obviously shavings tend to get quite wet and soggy. With cage liners like I use, it's a liner, so the top doesn't stay wet, it should be dry, and that's much more nicer for them to walk around with their feet on than wet soggy shavings. Again, it's another plus, another pro of using cage liners. And they should be, the toenails shouldn't be curled, and they shouldn't be obviously overgrown or curling under, because that then can make them curl back into the pad, and that can cause them obviously pain and infection. And they should, like I said, the foot pads should be clean and free from any swelling or scabs. Guinea pigs can be quite susceptible to a condition called bumblefoot, which is sores and swelling on the feet, which, okay, here's Bumble's feet, Nutmeg's feet, sorry, she's just had a nails clipped today. I don't know if you can see them very well, but they look all nice, and it's not one of their favourite things, I'm afraid, them having their nails clipped, but it has to be done, I'm afraid, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Yes. So yeah, so that is your weekly home health check. That is the basics that you should be doing on a weekly basis. Like I say, also weighing them as well, really important, and keep a note of the weight of your guinea pigs, so that the next week you can go back and weigh them again, and if there is any weight loss you can then take them to a vet or rodontologist so that that can be investigated further. So yeah, so that is your basic home health check. Oh, and Nutmeg's given up now, she's had enough. Look at that. Say hi, Nutmeg. Say hi. Bless her. She's been so good and so patient. At least give Nutmeg a thumbs up for me. Right, everyone, thank you very much for watching this vlog. Please like, subscribe, and visit our website, www.trulymadlyweekly.co.uk. Thank you very much.